Let me ask you something honestly. Why is it that a person with a degree, a person who speaks fluent English, a person who works in a corporate office, still throws garbage on the road? Why does someone educated break traffic rules, jump signals, and ignore basic public responsibility? If education makes us smart, why doesn't it automatically make us responsible? It sounds uncomfortable, but it's real. And maybe this uncomfortable question is where the real conversation begins. Today, we are not blaming anyone. We are trying to understand something important. Because this is not about education. This is about behavior. And behavior is built very differently from knowledge. So let's break this down calmly and logically. First important truth. Education gives information. Civic sense requires awareness. A degree teaches you how to solve problems on paper. Civic sense teaches you how not to create problems in public. That's a big difference. You can score 90% in exams. You can build a successful career. But if nobody trained your mindset to think, this public space is also mine, you will treat it like someone else's responsibility. And that's exactly where the gap begins. And that gap slowly becomes visible in everyday life. Second truth, our system rewards achievement, not responsibility. From childhood we are told, get marks, get admission, get job, earn money. That becomes our definition of success. But how many times were we rewarded for standing in line patiently, following rules when no one is watching, or picking up someone else's trash? Almost never. So naturally, our brain learns something clearly. Performance brings rewards, discipline does not. And over time, success becomes priority while responsibility becomes secondary. And when responsibility feels secondary, behavior starts changing. Third reason, convenience mindset. Many educated people know the rules. They understand the system, but they still choose comfort. It's just one wrapper. It's just one signal. It's just 2 minutes. Sounds harmless, but here's the dangerous part. The smarter you are, the better you justify your mistakes. Intelligence becomes an excuse generator. And when excuses increase, responsibility slowly decreases without even realizing it. And this is where awareness becomes more important than intelligence. Fourth reason, we confuse knowledge with character. Knowledge makes you capable. Character makes you trustworthy. You can be highly qualified and still lack basic discipline, because character is not built in classrooms. It is built through repeated small decisions, daily decisions, invisible decisions, and those invisible decisions define who we really are. Now, the most important part, what is the practical solution? Not theory, not emotional speeches, practical change. Step 1, shift your identity. Instead of saying, I am educated, start saying, I am accountable. Education gives you status. Accountability builds respect. And respect lasts longer than status ever will, because identity shapes action. Step 2, practice invisible discipline. Follow rules especially when no one is watching. That is the real test of maturity. Anyone can behave properly under supervision. But real character shows in private moments, when you could break the rule, but you choose not to. That small pause builds long-term strength. Step 3, think long-term. Throwing one wrapper seems small, breaking one signal feels minor, but multiply that by millions of people. Small negligence becomes national damage. Civic sense is not about one action. It is about collective habits repeated daily. And habits shape culture, and culture shapes the future of a nation. Step 4, lead silently. If you behave responsibly in public, others observe. Behavior spreads faster than advice. You don't need to lecture people. You don't need to argue. Just act correctly. Sometimes silent example is louder than words, and silent influence is often the most powerful kind. Now let's reflect honestly. The next time you feel like taking a shortcut, the next time you think it's just one time, pause for 2 seconds. Ask yourself, am I acting like an educated person or a responsible one? Because society doesn't change when people collect degrees. It changes when people develop discipline. And discipline is built daily, not annually, not occasionally, daily. And daily actions eventually define national standards. Before I end this video, I want you to do something powerful. If you truly believe education should create responsibility, not arrogance, comment below. I choose responsibility over convenience. Make that commitment publicly, because when you declare something openly, you are more likely to follow it. And share this video with someone who believes civic sense is someone else's job. Let's stop blaming the system. Let's start correcting ourselves. And if you want content that challenges your thinking and builds real awareness, subscribe. Not for motivation, for transformation. Because a strong nation is not built by educated minds. It is built by responsible individuals. And responsibility begins with you. And maybe real change begins with this one decision today.